What's up, guys? Sparky here. Hope y'all are doing well. So, if you've done shooting it ever, at any time, you run into one common thing, and that is running out of ammo. You run out of ammo. This happens. This is a 15-round magazine. After shooting 15 rounds, you're out. So today what we're going to go over is how to get this gun back up in the fight so that y'all can continue throwing some hate down range, or freedom seeds, or party favors, whatever you want to call them. But anyway, so you can get that lead going back down range and out of whatever situation you're in, or if you're just plinking in the backyard, then you can figure out how to get that gun back up so that you can continue plinking with you and your family, your buddies, whatever. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright guys, I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like whenever you run out of ammo, and I'm going to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Alright, so present to your target. Alright, now I can see right here that the gun is locked back to the rear. Alright, this gun is no longer going to fire. I can pull the trigger all day long and nothing's going to happen. Alright, you're going to break your grip, bring it back. My hands are a little smaller, so my thumb is going to break that master grip that I have. I'm going to bring this gun back into my workspace. At the same time as this gun's coming back, I'm going to reach down here to my belt, and I'm going to have my index finger along the front side where the bullets are. I always have the bullets facing forward, facing towards the middle of my body on everything, rifle or pistol. Put your finger where the bullets are. While you are pulling this mag out, you are dropping the other mag and bringing this up and back in and dropping the slide, both at the same time. And then you can rotate your grip back, and then you can punch out and go to work. Go. Alright guys, so it's kind of expensive to go out and shoot and practice reloads like that. So I'm going to show y'all a way a little different. It's kind of a switch up than what I normally do, but I'm going to show y'all a different way of how you can practice this in your own bedroom. Now first and foremost, safety, obviously. You want to make sure your gun is empty, nothing in the magazine well, nothing in the barrel. Double check, stick your finger in there, just look, make sure. After you're sure and all your ammunition is away from your gun, obviously, you can leave your gun like this with a slide back, put it in your holster, and then all you're going to do is find you a target on the wall. You're going to present, and you're going to pretend like you've been there for a minute, and you're just going to hold. And then after you're ready and you've made up your mind on what you're going to do, you go and just do it all in one motion, and then dry fire. And then you just repeat that over and over and over and over and over. You can ask my wife, you can ask my family. I've done it until they've got mad at me. I've probably done it a couple hundred times just this week. But don't get discouraged. It just means you'll be better than them. With that being said, just practice over and over and over and over. And eventually, repetition and muscle memory will kick in. Remember, we mentioned a little bit about muscle memory last week. And whenever you get that muscle memory in there, it's kind of ingrained. So whenever you see this slide go back, you're going to know, oh, hey, I've got to fix what's wrong with my gun. And then you're going to know, oh, we're out of ammo. Flip to the side, put a new mag in, drop it, and continue going to work. And the faster you're able to determine when you need to do that reload, the faster you'll be able to be back on target and get let back down range. all joking aside, guys, to be honest, just knowing when you're supposed to reload, um, you're not gonna be able to feel what you're supposed to feel whenever the gun is recoiling and it locks back to the rear on the last round. There's just a different feel. A lot of times you can tell whenever you're shooting. You can tell whenever you're on the last round and it's locked back to the rear, or if it chambered another round. In some cases, you might have magazines that fail, but that's beside the point of this video. Um, but just knowing how, when, and just how fast and important it is to get that gun back up into the fight, and knowing when to draw back and do it, it's just a very valuable skill. Could save your life one day, and that's why I always constantly practice. Safety to me and safety to my family is so important. So, you know, I may never need this, but you know what else? I also have a lot of fun doing it. So, I mean, that's a whole nother part of it. But if you do it, if you're a lady and you're doing it because you want to protect your kids, knowing how to reload your gun is such an important skill, and I think it's something that a lot of people really don't focus on. You know, a lot of ladies will go, or even some dudes that I know will go to the range, and they'll expect everybody else to load their mags for them and load their gun for them and just hand them the gun and be like, okay, now you shoot to your heart's content. And then whenever it stops, you know, going off, whenever it starts clicking, you just hand me back the gun. Never been a big advocate of that. You don't teach them anything. And I guess if you're just starting to get into guns, that's a different thing. But if it's something you've already purchased a gun and you're going out to the range with it for the first time, I think it's important for you to learn how to operate every aspect of that gun. If the gun goes empty, if the gun runs out of ammo, if the gun malfunctions, how to process and go through those different steps to get that gun back up and, you know, lead going back down range. So I think the most important part in all of this, whether it's emergency reloads or anything, is just go out, train, practice, and whenever you train and practice, eventually you'll notice your trends of how fast you're able to operate your weapon. It will increase. I mean, it's only going to get better. The more you practice, the more you're going to get better at something every time. Guns, music, singing, I mean, driving, more you practice, the more you're going to get better. And as always, do it safely. Make sure your gun is empty. Double check, triple check, have someone else check. Make sure all ammo is away. And just go out and dry fire. Just do it in your room. Dry fire, constantly. And just whenever you have 5 extra minutes. I'll be getting ready for church some Sunday mornings. I have 5 extra minutes. I'll be all dressed, ready to go. And I'll just pick up a gun in my room and I'll just start dry firing with it as the wife's continue getting ready. And then whenever she's ready to go, all right, let's go. I'm ready. And if you always stay prepared, you won't ever have to get prepared. So, all right, I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one. Have a blessed weekend.